Okay, the second biogeochemical cycle is nitrogen cycle. Okay, so before this, we have discussed about the carbon cycle. Uh, so for this one, we want to discuss about nitrogen cycle. So nitrogen, we know it is a basic component in plant and animals because nitrogen can be used to make amino acid. We know that amino acid, the formula is NC C. Okay. So boleh nampak ada nitrogen dekat sini kan. Okay. So that's why nitrogen is important to make amino acid, and eventually from the amino acid we will make polypeptide, which is protein. Okay. And then nitrogen is also important to make nucleic acid such as DNA and RNA. I'm not sure if you still remember from semester 1, chapter 1, DNA is made up of nucleotide as a monomer, and we know that nucleotide is made up of 3 components: phosphate group, pentose sugar, and also nitrogenous bases. Okay, so nitrogenous bases, which is adenine, thymine, and so on, made up of nitrogen. Okay, and then for nitrogen, their reservoir pool is similar to carbon cycle, which is atmosphere, which we know that 78% in the atmosphere consists of nitrogen gas. And then plant will take nitrogen as ammonium ion, nitrate, and urea. Okay, tapi untuk kita punya nitrogen cycle will focus more on nitrate. So plant will take nitrogen in terms of nitrate only to make their protein and also nucleic acid. Okay, usually plant dia tak boleh ambil dalam bentuk yang lain lah. Dia mesti ambil nitrogen in terms of nitrate ion. Okay, so untuk kita fixkan nitrogen, actually we have 5 processes. The first one we call as a nitrogen fixation. Okay, for nitrogen fixation, actually we have another 3 process under nitrogen fixation. Okay, later on we will discuss more on nitrogen fixation process. The second process how we want to fix nitrogen is by nitrification. The third one is by ammonification. The fourth one is by assimilation. And the last one, denitrification. Okay, let's move on to the first process, which is nitrogen fixation, that we divide more into 3 process. Okay, this one is the bigger picture of nitrogen cycle. We'll come back for this diagram later on. Okay, in next slide. Okay, the first way how we want to fix nitrogen is by nitrogen fixation. So what is nitrogen fixation? Nitrogen fixation is the conversion of nitrogen gas to ammonia or ammonium. So ada 3 cara macam mana kita nak fixkan nitrogen, ataupun ada 3 cara macam mana kita nak convert nitrogen gas kepada ammonia dengan ammonium. Okay, kita kena convert dulu dalam bentuk ammonia atau ammonium, and then from the ammonia or ammonium baru dia boleh jadi nitrate, and then baru jadi nitrate, and then nitrate tu barulah boleh digunakan oleh plants as a fertilizer lah untuk dia buat dia punya protein dan juga nucleic acid. Okay, sebab tu ada banyak proses lah. Okay, so the first way actually how we want to fix nitrogen by nitrogen fixation is by biological fixation. Okay, so untuk biological fixation kita akan gunakan bakteria. So dalam kes ni rhizobium and azotobacter. Okay, cuma azotobacter ni dia free living. Okay, tapi rhizobium ni dia tidak free living lah dalam soil. Okay, and then kita boleh juga guna cyanobacteria such as nostoc ataupun Anabaena species. Yang ni untuk aquatic environment. Okay, tapi rhizobium dengan azotobacter ni dalam soil. Okay, sebab selalunya plants memang banyak dekat darat lah, dekat soil. Okay, the second way how we want to fix nitrogen by nitrogen fixation is by industrial fixation, or we call as a Haber process. Okay, So Haber process ni actually you already learn it during your secondary school, and we don't want to discuss more on this one. You just need to know from the Haber process will produce ammonia as a fertilizer. Okay, so ammonia ni lah boleh digunakan oleh petani atau pekebun, okay, untuk bagi baja lah kepada pokok. So daripada ammonia tadi, ada bakteria yang berada dalam tanah akan tukarkan ammonia kepada nitrate and then nitrate. So barulah plant boleh guna nitrogen in terms of nitrates untuk buat their protein and nucleic acid. Okay. The third one adalah atmospheric fixation. So untuk atmospheric fixation we need lightning. Okay, sorry ada kesalahan ejaan dekat situ. So lightning bukan lighting. Okay, lighting is pencahayaan lah. So lightning. Okay, tertinggal N. So apa yang berlaku untuk atmospheric fixation? Apa yang berlaku adalah bila ada lightning, kilat, okay, lightning tu dia akan break nitrogen gas ataupun nitrogen molecule dekat atmosphere, and then apa yang berlaku adalah nitrogen tu dia akan cepat bergabung dengan oksigen yang ada dekat atmosphere membentuk nitrogen dioxide. Okay, so daripada nitrogen dioxide tu, bila selepas kilat and then guru ada hujan, nitrogen dioxide tu akan dissolve dalam hujan in the rain and form nitrous acid and nitric acid. After that, the nitrous acid dengan nitric acid akan react with other compound in the soil to form nitrate, and then barulah plant boleh guna nitrate ni untuk buat dia punya protein dan nucleic acid. Okay. Okay, but for your syllabus, actually we want to focus more on the first way on how nitrogen is fixed, actually by bacteria. Okay. Okay, moving on, the second process untuk nitrogen cycle, kita ada nitrification. Okay. Okay, katakanlah plant tadi, katakanlah nitrogen gas tadi dah masuk ke dalam tanah, okay, and then ditukarkan menjadi ammonium by nitrogen fixation, okay, antara bakterianya adalah tadi rhizobium species. After that, ammonia ni akan ditukarkan kepada nitrate dulu. Okay, so nitrates NO2 minus. Okay, so the process we call as a nitrification. Okay, conversion of ammonia or ammonium to nitrate by nitrifying bacteria, kita akan guna dua bakteria dekat sini lah, sebab nitrification actually dia ada dua proses. Pertama daripada ammonia pergi kepada nitrate, and then the second one daripada nitrate pergi kepada nitrate. So ada dua sebenarnya nitrification proses ni. Okay, so tertinggal pula label dekat situ. Okay, untuk ammonia going to nitrates NO2 minus, kita akan guna bakteria Nitrosomonas sp. So dekat sini lah. Okay, and then after ammonium or ammonia becomes nitrates, nitrates going to nitrates, kita guna lagi satu bakteria which we call as a nitrobacter. So nitrobacter akan convert nitrates into nitrates, and then barulah plant boleh guna nitrates. Once again, saya dah ulang banyak kali untuk buat dia punya protein dan nucleic acid. Okay, move on. The third one is assimilation. So assimilation is that incorporation of nitrates into biological tissue, mainly nitrate lah. Ammonia tu ya juga, cumanya kita fokus more on nitrate. So apa yang berlaku masa assimilation adalah nitrate are absorbed by the plant roots and are used to make organic compounds such as protein, chlorophyll and another nitrogen containing compound. And then assimilation also include conversion of plant proteins into animal protein. So kalau kita fokus pada gambar dekat bawah ni, nitrates digunakan oleh plant untuk buat protein dan nucleic acid. Proses tu kita panggil assimilation. So dalam kes ni tidak ada melibatkan any bakteria lah, sebab plant tinggal nak ambil sahaja daripada tanah lah nitrates. Okay. So kalau animals makan plant, so animals tu dia boleh buat pula dia punya protein lah. Okay, so proses tu pun kita panggil assimilation. Okay. So kita dah dekat mana tadi? Kita daripada atas ni ke bawah, daripada nitrogen gas menjadi ammonium, ammonium menjadi nitrate, nitrate menjadi nitrates, and then nitrate is assimilated by plants and then animals. Okay, settle. Okay, moving on. The fourth one is ammonification, which is the conversion of organic nitrogen to ammonia or ammonium ion. Okay. This process is done by decomposers such as bacteria and fungi. So, untuk ammonification, apa yang berlaku adalah if the plants and animal die, so what happen is that they will be decomposed by decomposer. So, decomposer here is bacteria and fungi. So, apa yang berlaku adalah bila plants dengan animals die, dia akan ditukarkan balik atau decompose balik menjadi chemical elements ataupun komponen, which is dalam kes ni ammonia. Okay, NH4+. Actually banyak lagi chemical elements yang lain, which is carbon, hydrogen and so on. Tapi untuk nitrogen cycle kita fokus pada ammonium lah, NH4+. Okay. Okay, settle this part. And then actually lepas dia jadi ammonia, proses tu berulang balik lah. Okay, ammonium converted to nitrates, and then nitrates converted to nitrates, and then once again nitrates will be used by the plant and animal through assimilation process. And the last one, the process we call as a denitrification. So untuk denitrification, we want to convert back the nitrates to nitrogen gas. Okay, before this, nitrogen gas going to nitrates, the process we call as the nitrification. Okay, tapi kalau nitrates nak jadi balik nitrogen gas, kita panggil denitrification. Okay, so dia reverse balik lah, vice versa. So untuk denitrification, we will use another bacteria which we call as a Pseudomonas sp. So daripada sini kita boleh nampak anything from the reservoir pool, which is the atmosphere, later on dia akan digunakan dalam plants and animal as a cycling pool, and last sekali mesti dia akan going back once again to reservoir pool, which is atmosphere.